Hey everybody, Justin Seeley here, e-learning evangelist for Adobe's digital solutions team. Today, we're continuing our series on building customer education programs. When done right, it helps users get the most out of your product, reduces support costs, and turns customers into long-term advocates. But too often, companies either overload their users with information or fail to provide the right support at the right time. So, how do you do it well? Well, we're going to break down the do's and don'ts of effective customer education in this video. But first, I want to tell you a quick story. Nike, a global leader in fitness and footwear, realized that while people loved their products, many of them weren't using them to the full potential. Instead of just pushing another marketing campaign on them, though, they launched something called the Nike Training Club app, a free resource that offered guided workouts and expert advice. The result? Over 21 million downloads, 1.8 million active users, and 500,000 workouts completed every week. That's the power of great customer education. It's not just about teaching people how to use a product, it's about helping them achieve their goals while deepening their connection with your brand. So what can we take away from this? Let's start with the things you should be doing. Number 1, understand your audience. The biggest mistake companies make is assuming that all customers are the same. A C-suite executive doesn't have time for a 30-minute deep dive. They need quick strategic takeaways. Meanwhile, a frontline employee or a power user might want step-by-step guidance. If you don't tailor your content to different audiences, you risk losing their attention before they ever reach the most valuable parts of your training. Number 2, keep it short and focused. No one wants to sit through a 25-minute tutorial just to find the one thing that they need. Instead of creating long, all-in-one training sessions, break things down into short, focused lessons that answer specific questions. For example, instead of covering your entire checkout process in a single video, break it into clear modules like account creation, shipping options, payment methods, and order confirmation. That way, customers can quickly find the information they need without feeling overwhelmed. Number 3, support different learning styles. Not everybody learns the same way, so your content shouldn't take a one-size-fits-all approach either. Some people prefer watching videos, others like reading guides, and many learn best by doing through interactive exercises or hands-on practice. A great example of this in action is Enlighten Operational Excellence, a company that provides analytics tools and training. Their learning platform supports 9 different content formats within their Fluidic player, from written materials to multimedia and interactive simulations, giving customers the flexibility to learn in a way that suits them best. Number 4, create clear learning paths. Dumping a bunch of tutorials in a content library is not enough. You need structured learning paths that guide users from the basics to advanced skills. Think about creating different paths based on user experience, like quick starts for beginners who need immediate value, or core workflows for regular users trying to master essential skills, or even advanced techniques for power users looking to maximize their efficiency. When content is structured in a logical progression, customers feel more confident using your product, and they're far more likely to stick around. Number 5, measure what matters. Completion rates and video views are nice, but they don't tell you if customers are actually learning. Instead, focus on impact metrics like feature adoption. Are users engaging with key tools after their training? Support deflection. Are you reducing the number of common support requests? Business impact. Are trained customers renewing at higher rates or spending more money? If you're just tracking signups and course completions, you're missing the bigger picture. Customer education should drive real behavior change, not just content consumption. Okay, now that we've covered some of the things you should be doing, let's talk about what not to do. Because just as good training can help your business, bad training can hurt your business as well. Number 1, don't overwhelm users right away. When someone starts using your product, they don't need to know everything on day 1. Too many companies try to front-load their training with every possible feature, and that's a fast track to frustration. Instead, start with the core workflows, the tasks customers will use every day. Once they're comfortable, you can introduce more advanced features more gradually. Number 2, don't neglect in-product support. Imagine you're using a new tool and you get stuck on something really simple. Do you really want to have to leave the app, search through a help center, and watch a 10-minute video just to get your answer? Probably not. That's why contextual support is so important. Think about tooltips, embedded guides, and quick access to FAQs within the product itself. Customers should be able to get answers without breaking their workflow. Number 3, don't use unnecessary jargon. Technical language might make sense to you and your team, but it can be confusing for customers. Instead of saying, leverage API integrations to facilitate cross-platform data synchronization, just say something like, connect your accounting software to update customer records automatically. Simple, clear language makes training more accessible and reduces frustration. Number 4, don't get distracted by vanity metrics. It's easy to get excited about big numbers, course enrollments, video views, completion rates, etc. But if those customers aren't actually using the product better afterward, those numbers don't mean anything. For example, a company might have 10,000 customers sign up for a training, but if only a handful ever complete it, or worse, if they still flood the support channels with the same questions over and over, it's not working. Instead, focus on whether trained customers are adopting features, renewing, and using your product more effectively. At the end of the day, great customer education isn't just about transferring knowledge. It's about empowering users. When done right, it reduces support costs, increases product adoption, and builds loyal advocates for your brand. So take the time to understand your audience, keep your content focused, support different learning styles, and measure real outcomes. Your customers will thank you, and so will your bottom line.